So, hoffentlich, wie es im Titel steht. Äh, Titel steht da unten bei Twitch. Stimmt. Ähm, bitte keine Musikrätsel mehr. Das hat mich letztes Mal wirklich ein bisschen abgefuckt, wie man gemerkt hat. Also jetzt nicht extremst, aber es war halt schon wirklich sehr störend. Ähm, deswegen mal schauen. Also noch mehr Musikrätsel brauche ich tatsächlich jetzt nicht. Ähm, aber das habe ich in allen Spielen. Weiß gar nicht, ob ich das gesagt hatte. In Witness. Oh, in The Witness, das Musikrätsel ging mir schon immer auf den Keks, dieser Part, den es da gibt. In Machinarium gibt es ein Musikrätsel, wo man was hören muss. Also es ist nochmal die einfachste Art von Musikrätsel. Wo man was hören muss und das wiederholen muss. Und selbst da habe ich schon Probleme. Oh, hier liegen aber ein paar Sachen rum. Schauen wir mal. Ach so. Kann ich die nicht angucken vorher? I bet you couldn't find a track this hot anywhere else. Oh, homeboy, I always wanted that one. I didn't even know this track still existed. Booyah! Bisschen zu hoch gemacht. A fragment of the hip-ass Hopwells. This is heaven, man. I didn't even know this track still existed. Booyah! Okay. A fragment of the hip-ass Okay, das wiederholt sich. I'm hustling you. Dann nehmen wir mal alles mit. Hacked Collection. You're mine, mine, mine. Illicit Album. So, kann ich hier noch irgendwas anderes angucken? Außer die Records? Records, Vault Door, Microphone. This one's mine. Come to the Grand Master. You gonna look good in my player. You're mine. Oh yeah. Also heute wird sie auch noch, je nachdem wie weit ich bis so circa 20 Uhr komme, wird sich entscheiden, ob ich einen Samstagsstream mit reinbringe. Weil ich würde das Spiel gerne, bevor ich nächste Woche Freitag Resident Evil 4 streame, durchhaben.
Mine! Did you get them all? Oh, yeah. But there's still so much more in those libraries over there. That will have to wait. I have further need of you. What you want, Chico? I need your body. I need you to get me out of here. In you.
Oh, what? 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 Und what? What? Ich nehme das.
What?
What do you mean? No way. Flash is here to help. Jump in me, Chica. What do you mean you need my body?
What do you mean you need my body? I need to get out into the real world. I have a mission of utmost importance to fulfill. You wanted this music. I gave it to you. Now, I must kindly ask you to give yourself over in return.
Damn, homie! Don't you think a few hot tracks don't really compare to letting you take over my brain?
I wish you no harm. I assure you, I will only travel in you as a silent passenger.
Man, this is some weird vibes you putting on me.
So, but my brain is already full of me. So you want a prison bag and I'm your escape driver. Full of me.
But my brain is already full of me.
And full of you it shall remain. I merely seek to find the location of a few of my friends. Did I bait you here to use you as my vehicle? Yes, but I am truly sorry. You're the only capable being I have come across since I awoke. I will take control of you, one way or another. We will both suffer far less from a voluntary transfer,
I'm shaken to my very core. How can you, an entity of such obvious power, lay the scales of sacrifice and fate into my two hands in such fashion? I mean, that's some tough shit to smoke through my brain, man.
Flash is here to help. Nee, Flash stays the Flash.
No way, Chica. The Flash stays the Flash.
This is disappointing. I gave you everything you wanted, yet you deny me. I promise not to hurt you more than is absolutely necessary, but I will take possession of you now.
Over my andro ass, you will.
And I will adjust your disposition towards me to make the experience more pleasant for both you and me.
What? What? No, you can't. This feels funny.
Shutting down S-Hop.
What? What?
Master Flash, are you okay?
Nein.
Instance 3 downloaded. Transfer complete. Host critical.
Master Flash!
They're ready for you now. Move, rat.
I guess they don't teach you to at least pretend to not despise the Havensdaughter anymore, huh?
Move it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Conglomerate Navy Docks. Very secure place. Perfect for discreet negotiations like ours. Before we continue, may I mention that running into the bar, guns blazing, was quite the display, even if a bit daring.
And I told you to stay upstairs. Look at us. Now they have us both. You're a damn brain fry, Evie.
Now you're angry for trying to rescue you? Screw you, Klump.
Mr. Sokolov, Miss Rena's daughter, please. Tranquilo.
Anyway, why did you dreckheads execute our guests? Swooping in to kidnap some Haven lowlives not thrilling enough for you?
Please believe me when I say that wasn't my intention. It was necessary. But I know I will have to atone for this one day.
Huh. That's awfully reflective for a cold-blooded murderer.
Things aren't as they seem. Things aren't as they seem at all.
All seems pretty clear to me.
Enough of this. No more small talk. Miss Rena's daughter, please hold still. I have to check something.
What are you doing? That hurts!
Hold still.
Evie!
Ma'am?
Almost done?
What the fuck? Kann ich irgendwas machen? Nee.
Are you all right?
What the hell did you do?
What's happening here?
No need to worry. I needed to make sure that we had the right hacker. And we do. Miss Rena's daughter, you have something of great value in your head.
I know. I'm a damn genius. How else would I have ended up in this situation? It's about that voice in my head, isn't it?
Oh. Yes, you and I are involuntary hosts of two hostile entities. You and I are hosts of two benevolent entities. Unknown. You are a host of a hostile entity. Whip, whip. I'm not at liberty to reveal my motives at this moment. Hostile. Sie und das von ihr, sie verrät es nicht. Weil sie hat dann ein Problem.
Yes, you are the host of a hostile entity. Hostile entity, hmm? You're playing with fire, and you're very close to getting hurt. Silencio!
Freaky behavior on your part aside, that's what I feared. Trek. Now what? What's gonna happen now?
Ma'am, we'll need to have a talk about this as well. After you're done with Miss Renastator.
I know. As to what's going to happen now,
I don't like the sound of this.
you are going to go on a little mission.
You want me to work for you? Mitsutomo kicked me out the moment I seemed like a liability. What if I say no?
Mr. Sokolov over here will suffer. Oh Gott. Redemption. Ah. Das hier.
Then your father and you will be detained until you change your mind.
Right out of the MIT manual. Kinda thought you'd go down the compassionate route for a second. Oh well, fine. What do I need to do?
I'm glad this is all going so well.
Tell me about it.
We'll fly you back to the Ragnaroks and set up a Mitsutomo zone there.
What?
We'll be working together for a little bit, and we can't afford to attract anyone's attention. No Havenite will dare interfere, and no conglomerate corp will care. Let's go. I'll explain the rest on the way.
All the effort of bringing us here just to take us back? Jeez, lady.
Wow.
Mariposa.
Whatever.
Miss Sotomayor, a word before we leave, in private. Miss Sotomayor, I understand you aren't required to brief me on everything, but you're compromising my ability to protect you. Just give me something to work with.
If you dare to you are out of a job, do you understand? I appreciate the concern, but I'm fine. We will not talk about this. I know this is confusing. Will you please just trust me? Ja, das letzte.
I know this is confusing, Joey. Please just trust me for now.
I'm trying hard. Just don't let me stay in the dark forever, miss.
I won't. I promise. You're a good friend.
Das läuft auf jeden Fall auf mehrere Enden hinaus, so wie das klingt schon alles. Ein paar Stunden später, okay.
Okay, damn. Just let me wrap my head around this. You want me to find the location of a code signature you'll provide me.
Correct.
And then you want me to go there physically and extract any person present at that location?
That's the kind of operation you were hired for when you worked for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I had a damn team. And why would you trust me anyway?
Various reasons, most of which I imagine you can imagine.
Right? I'll go prepare.
Excellent. In the meantime, Joey, get the hovercraft team and help to clean this place up.
Post haste.
Mr. Sokolov, I could really use a drink.
How does a corporate bitch sunrise sound? Our specialty.
Witty, Mr. Sokolov. Witty.
Here we go again. I'm so tired. And where by Freya's bathrobe is Hussa? Well, let's get this over with. 1. Find ominous digital signal for ominous corporate lady. Coming up.
Mhm.
Where's that signal?
Ach so, okay. Oh.
Arniger, host of the Gale Eyes Space Elevator. There's also a regular airport down there. Place is cramped as dreck.
Krieg ich jetzt hier noch für... Oh, Ren.
Rana is where the conglomerate has their headquarters. Lots of other corps and ultra-rich people too. Rana is where the conglomerate...
Rönne, das wird tatsächlich so ausge... Okay.
Lots of geeks and nerds in New Lapland. Our university's there. The works. Endless industry and heavy factories. And let's not forget all the secret corp laboratories.
So, was haben wir hier noch? Haven.
Haven, home of the poor, unwanted, drugged, drunk, psychotic and dangerous.
So, also das große Ding hier ungefähr müsste sein, wo wir jetzt gerade sind. Vom Aufbau her.
Burgunderholme is where everyone too rich for Haven and too poor for Rana lives. Great nightlife too.
Und da waren wir wohl gerade? Oder waren wir hier oben irgendwo? Ne, hier oben waren wir wahrscheinlich irgendwo. Gerade mit dem, an dem Eher. Aber wenn man hier so sieht, Önne ist tatsächlich so ein kleiner Bereich mit hohen Gebäuden, wo die Reichen wohnen. Burgunder Römer ist der größte Bereich mit Works hier hinten. Und hier ist Helden. Wo Gebäude auf Gebäuden gebaut werden, so ungefähr, damit überhaupt irgendwer da noch leben kann. Und Aranga, was war das?
Arnagar, host
Arnagar.
of the Gale Eyes space elevator. There's also a regular airport down there. Place is cramped as drac.
So, dann geht das geht hier in 1 über auf jeden Fall. Oder es ist nur dieser untere Bereich und der Tower, aber gut, schauen wir mal.
Nah. Come on, Evie. Where's the signal coming from? Negative. The signal must be coming from somewhere else. Negative. The signal's definitely coming from Bornholm, but not from here. That's it! That's the signal. It's relatively close to the Ragnaroks, too. It's in the sewers. Of course, it's in the sewers. With my luck, I'll find Hussar's bloated corpse there, too. To the sewers, Evie. Greatness awaits.
Jetzt treffen wir noch auf Grandmaster Flash dann. Weil das ist die andere Quelle.
Alright. Signal's coming from somewhere down here. Cute little Andro.
I'm clean. I won't bomb you.
Right. What the?
Okay.
Let me guess. Yep, signal's behind that behemoth.
Yay! War uns ja schon bewusst, aber ihr natürlich nicht. So, neue Szene, deswegen speichern.
I have to investigate Mariposa's signal first. That's the way back up into civilization. Well, Haven. Almost the same.
Ja, nur fast.
Box? Come on, Evie, there's more pressing matters. My plan to investigate Mariposa's signal doesn't involve any boxes.
So, können wir was jetzt mit Ketten machen hier?
A tiny, feisty android. Hey, wanna help me out getting past that bot back there?
Diese Lache.
I could just throw you at it, you know.
Tschüss!
Well then. Must be the dwelling of that Andro in the hole. I have enough problems. Don't need to add breaking into an Andro's home to the list. Ugh, disgusting. Oh, no wonder only Andros live down here. Today's not the day to turn into a mutant.
Nicht? Warum denn nicht?
That's clearly a LeChuck doll. A Monkey Island 2, 1991. Wow, that thing must be worth a fortune.
Habe ich das nicht gesagt, dass es Monkey Island ist?
Perhaps when this is over, that doll's worth at least a few thousand. That bot looks like some sort of street dog, but in the sewers. And for androids. Hey,
Yes.
What's that giant andro doing over there?
Trying to break into the Flash apartment.
Flash? That apartment belongs to someone? Aren't you bothered?
Not in the slightest.
Why not?
Probably just it's Flash. Everybody does.
Huh. Okay. Nice talk, handsome.
Gut.
An Android Union propaganda poster. I'm all for andro rights. Really, don't have the time for union recruitment right now.
Nicht? Schade.
That andro looks like the giant bot is scaring the chrome out of him. Hey there, that big chunk of metal here seems to leave you alone. Any idea why?
Stay away. I bribed him to get on his good side, but I don't need any more of his attention.
You said you got on his good side. What did you do?
Well, this is a bit embarrassing, but I gave him my favorite hollow bed, an ancient flick called Easy Rider. I was mannequin. I just threw something valuable at him. Don't judge me.
And that was all? Really?
I think so. That brute either really likes classic cinema, or he enjoys the vroom vroom noises. If I would have to guess.
The latter.
The latter.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But leave me alone now, please.
Hey there, that big chunk of metal here seems to leave you.
Stay.
You said.
Ja, der sagt genau das gleiche nochmal.
And that was all.
Ja, okay.
I think if I would have.
The latter.
The latter.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Ich wüsste gar nicht mal, ob ich Easy Rider heutzutage noch gut finden würde. Also das letzte Mal, also ich habe den einmal gesehen in der Schule, in der 8., 9. Klasse? Das ist verdammt lange her, in Häkchen. Also 15 Jahre bestimmt. Und damals fand ich den gut, obwohl wir den im Schulunterricht geguckt haben. Aber also auch weil wir da irgendwie dann Sachen dazu machen mussten, Aufgaben und so. Also war nicht einfach nur, wir haben einen Film in der Schule geguckt, fertig. Also sondern wirklich mit Unterrichtsmaterial verbunden. Und da fand ich den gut. Weil eigentlich die Filme, die man im Unterricht guckt, immer bescheiden. Aber den Film mochte ich. Und Brother, Where Are So? Oder heißt es Oh Brother? Ich glaube Oh Brother, Where Are So? Mit George Clooney unter anderem. Den mochte ich auch. Den habe ich so sehr gemocht, dass ich mir den auf DVD besorgt habe. Ich habe den aber auch schon lange nicht mehr gesehen. Aber ja, so viel dazu.
I don't want to get too close to that bot. That's a Clan Clash bot. He should be bashing things in the stadium. Not down here. I don't want to get too Evie, you've dealt with obscure andros a million times before. It'll be fine. Hey there, big guy.
Hello?
Get lost, wet sack.
Oi, I just want to talk.
Make it quick then. That door won't smash itself. Maybe I'll just smash you instead.
Whoa, gorgeous. It won't take long. I promise.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Your worst nightmare.
What are you doing?
None of your business.
Wow. Der hat wirklich keine Lust.
I need to go through that door.
Tough luck. I was here first.
Du wirst es bereuen.
You'll let me through, or you'll regret it. I've cut down bigger pieces of metal scrap than you.
Are you serious, wet sack?
Deadly.
Smashing time.
You brought great danger to yourself. You need to eliminate this threat, or you may perish. I can't afford to lose you. Be careful.
Holy frick! In meat space too now? I'm a bit busy over here.
Yes, you're busy dying.
Now that I have you right where I wanted you.
Tough words for a piece of talking sewer shop, mate.
Try to hack.
Got Matt.
Now you die.
Oh. After Abby's death, neither Flash nor Mariposa ever regained their freedom. Geht es automatisch weiter? Muss ich drücken? Ich will nichts wegdrücken. Mariposa remained possessed by whatever entity inhabited her. Flash remained unconscious and was eventually recycled for spare parts. The end. So, wir haben's durch. Sierra, is that you? Es gibt ein Achievement dafür.
Evie,
Ich probiere das jetzt nochmal.
Hey.
Get lost.
Oi,
Make it. Maybe I'll just...
what?
Ich will nicht auf ihn schießen.
What do you do?
None of your...
Who are you?
Your worst.
I need
Tough luck.
Ja.
I've cut
Are you
deadly.
smashing?
So.
Yes.
So, das nochmal.
Tough work.
Try to... Ne, shoot. Shred.
Prepare for pain.
Oh.
You were saying?
Never mind. Seriously, I'm sorry. I was just making a joke to lighten the mood. I'm sure we can come to a mutually beneficial agreement.
Better propose a really good deal. Or else.
Carry on. I'll come back later.
Can hardly wait.
In eine andere Richtung. Ich will nicht drauf schießen. Kann ich den so shredden?
No way. That monster just slapped me back into the Stone Age.
Kann ich ihn so hacken oder wird das mich auch zurückwerfen?
I think it's just gonna let me hack its innards just like that.
Ich will nicht drauf schießen. Das ist halt...
No, this doesn't seem right. No. Hey there.
Stay away. I bribed him to get on his good side, but I don't need any more of his attention.
You said you got on his good side. What did you do? He won't listen to a thing I'm saying.
Well, this is a bit embarrassing. But I gave him my favorite hollow bed, an ancient flick called Easy Rider. I was mannequin. I just threw something valuable at him. Don't touch me.
And that was all? Really?
I think so. If I would have.
The latter.
The latter.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hey there.
Stay away.
Achso, der sagt einfach nur das gleiche. Ich dachte, er sagt jetzt nochmal was Neues.
The latter.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Vroom. Habe ich sowas? Motorbike.
If this works, Mariposa better compensate me for this. Wreck. Hey, big guy. I have something for you.
And what would that be?
What do you think about owning an almost new performance bike?
I like the idea.
Will you let me have a try with the door if I give you one?
Probably.
What a coincidence. I have the keys for one right here. No, come on. Let me through.
No. Looks like I'm really bad at probabilities. But I like ya. So I won't smash your face in if I see you in the streets.
You damn
What was that?
Nothing. Just when I thought the day couldn't get any better.
So viel zu dem Thema. Muss ich vielleicht doch in die Box gucken. Kann ich das?
I plan to investigate Mariposa's signal. Violence can be the answer, but not now. I don't want to make my clock. That's no job. That'd risk ruining the shirt. Then, Assad ruined my life. I don't see how a towel would help here. Good thinking, Evie, but not good enough. Hey! What's that giant andro... Flat?
Okay, da kann ich nicht mehr machen.
Why? Huh. Hey there, big guy. It's me, the generous lady.
Ah, you again. What is it?
I just want to have a word with you.
Make it quick then. That door won't smash itself.
I'll make it just as quick as that new bike of yours is speedy. What are you doing?
I heard a bang in there. Guess the andro who lives here is dead. Flash. Or it's a lot of hot hardware in there. And it's all gonna be mine.
Looting? Hä? Not gonna lie. I do 6. Du weißt doch nicht mal, ob er tot ist, ja.
That's terrible. You don't even know if that Flash is dead.
If he's not, I can make him dead. Irrelevant detail.
Whoa. Ja, das da.
But if you kept him alive, he could lead you to more riches.
Good idea. I'll try to remember that.
I'm all about the money, baby. Who are you?
English Offensive Bot 1093. You can call me Cole.
The Clang Clash Offensive Bot number 1093? New Lapland scraps? 21 clashes in the 2051 season?
That's me.
You were a legend. What happened to you?
Got a bad head injury. Shot my mother brain right to its core. Was never the same afterwards. Can't take a proper hit to my head without shutting down anymore. No good for Clay Clash. The team manager wanted to melt me down. I punched him through the face and fled to Haven instead.
Okay, man könnte ihn wohl auf den Kopf hauen anscheinend, oder was? Maybe mating you would have saved a lot of animals from having their homes buried. Drag, what a shame. Why don't you stop by the Ragnaroks and Klum's gonna have a look at your brain?
Drek, what a shame. Why don't you stop by the Ragnaroks and Klum's gonna have a look at your brain?
Gold Club? You're with Gold Club? He's a good man.
I'm his daughter. One word from me, and he'll fix that brain of yours in a heartbeat.
Good idea, little lady. I'll consider it.
So.
I need to go through that door.
Okay. You're driving our bargain. I like ya. How'd you want this to go?
How about this? I pick the locks of the door and...
You go in, I guard the door, and you take what you carry, and I will have the rest.
You go in. I'll guard the door. You can take what you can carry, and I'll have the rest.
You won't be there for a while. No way. I see through you. You want me to go in first, so you can loot all the really valuable stuff I can't carry without having to share with me. No way. Deal's off.
Dann das?
You go in. I'll guard the door. And we go back to the Ragnaroks together to share the loot.
You won't be there for a while. No way. I see through you. You want me to go in first so you can lock the door behind me until I run out of juice. Nice try, but no way. Deal's off.
Ach, ich habe noch viel mehr Optionen. Was? Moment, you go in and we go back together to share the loot. Moment. I go in, you guard the door and we go back to the Ragnaroks together to share the loot. Ja, das hier. Ich gehe rein, ich nehme das, was ich... Aber nee, dann sagt er wahrscheinlich, dass ich das nehme, was wertvoll ist. Also muss ich das hier machen.
I go in, you guard the door. And we go back to the Ragnaroks together to share the loot.
Under one condition. When we get back to the Ragnaroks, Clump's gonna have a look at my hardware.
We have a deal.
Good. Now you go open the door. I'll smash anyone trying to ruin our heist.
So. Es gab sogar Geschiefen, dass ich den nicht zerstört habe.
If I could hack that, that'd be amazing. But I can't. Time for some good old lockpicking skills.
Ach so, so einfach.
Seriously. Seriously. The door was unlocked the whole time? That P for Brains Andro didn't even try using the handle. Anyway, onwards. Well, that's a sight and a half. Guess I found my signal. Hello, Fluffball. Have no fear. I'll get you out of here too.
So, erstmal gucken, was wir hier alles haben.
The door I came through.
Weil sie wird ja wohl ein paar andere Sachen dazu sagen.
A quick nap sounds so friggin' inviting. Ugh, I wish I could. Alas, there's a disabled Andro to care about.
So.
Impressive. This room probably was some sort of control station back in the days. Not in the mood to explore the depths of these sewers.
Warum denn nicht?
Dude doesn't seem to have many belongings. I'm not here to loot.
Ach, das Poster, es wäre so schön, wenn sie das hätte dann hätte sie wahrscheinlich auch gesagt mit Monkey Island vielleicht.
Spray cans? Is this Andro some sort of teenager? I'm too old for this dreck. I'm not even gonna try wrapping my head around that grate and that light down there. Nope, staying far away from that.
So, was haben wir hier noch? Boombox.
Nice old tech. Definitely surveillance free. That Andro has taste.
Okay.
That's an American Frontiers KBRB. That's a top-of-the-line system. What's that doing down here? And, that's some kind of ancient music piracy site on the screen.
Moment, Factions. So viel mehr kommt da nicht. So, American Frontiers. American Frontiers is the world's leading aerospace manufacturer, responsible for designing and manufacturing iron engines, spaceships and heavy asteroid mining equipment. The company was founded by oil tycoon Trent Smithson, who was obsessed with the concept of manifest destiny from an early age. Smithson established American Frontiers following the succession of the CSA, with the principal goal of aggressively expanding the UCSA's borders beyond Earth through privatized space exploration. For over a decade, American Frontiers operated at a loss, with these losses offset by... Was? Operated at loss? With these losses offset by Smithson's other enterprises. Achso, okay, durch andere Dings wurde das ausgeglichen. Years after its founding, American Frontiers rose to prominence with its creation of the miniaturized fusion reactor, a technology used to power iron engines. This new ubiquitous technology, and by extension American Frontiers, is credited for turning what was formerly an expensive curiosity of mankind into the next $1 trillion industry due to the drastic decrease in space travel costs. Due to the drastic decreases in space travel costs brought about by the miniaturized fusion reactor. American Frontiers fusion reactor injection system design became the subject of lengthy corporate litigation initiated by Zhao Engineering, which accused American Frontiers of stealing the design. Shortly after Trent Smithson's passing, American Frontiers began entering into exclusive contracts with mining companies seeking to establish footholds on the moon and the asteroid belt. One of the Trent Smithson's sons, Henry Smithson, has vocally criticized American Frontiers in the years since his father's death and considers the company's change in priorities to have been a betrayal of his father's vision. AF Space's presence in Bornholm is unmissable, with the company's facilities scattered throughout the city. The Bornholm Space Elevator is frequently utilized by AF Space and its many subcontractors for the launching of deep space mining operations. AF Space has grown to become the single largest employer in Bornholm. Many of the city's second-class citizens, including Evie Winnie's daughter's parents, were contracted by the company and put to work to meet the world's rapidly increasing demand for spaceships. The conditions under which AF Space employees in Bornholm work have been the subject of widespread scrutiny, first brought to the world's attention by the French news website Krykov. In an investigative report, it was revealed that illegals employed by the company were routinely forced to work 8-hour weeks under 80-hour weeks. 8-Stunden-Woche wäre auch sehr gut gewesen, wenn das schlimm gewesen wäre in der Welt. Under threat of deportation by the conglomerate with which American Frontiers is a member. 3 days after the report was published, Krykov was acquired by the American Frontiers and promptly liquidated. American Frontiers has become notorious for the hostile acquisition of its competitors and critics alike. Okay.
That's one massive mainframe for a random sewer room.
Kann ich damit irgendwas machen?
Would love to dig into that thing. No time now. Investigating the prog on the screen would take too long. I just want to get out of here as quickly as possible.
Schade.
A virtual reality plug. Maybe that Andro was zapped out of the net? Could it be that I'll have to get to the bottom of this once I've got him out of here? I'll keep this in mind if I need to connect the Andro to a juice source.
Okay.
A passed out android in silly clothes? This would be a noteworthy discovery on a normal day. Gotta say, he's kinda good looking. Signal was definitely him.
Ja gut, dann los.
Let's see what's wrong with Sleeping Beauty. He was fried real good. I could probably provide him with some starter juice from my internal system. If his power cell isn't burnt out completely, that is. May need a new one. If neither are enough, you'll need a more substantial jumpstart.
Hacking tool?
Do you still have enough juice for me to jumpstart you? No chance. He's completely drained. He needs a new battery. My hand tool won't help here any further. Good thinking, Evie. But not good enough.
Aerogel vielleicht.
I don't think I want to do that. A can of hydro-activated aerogel. It's functional now. This doesn't strike.
Kann ich hier rausgehen und da was machen?
Nope. I feel like if I say anything else, he's gonna change his mind about our partnership.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Just getting something. I'll be right back.
Alright, but make it quick.
Krieg ich von dem Mechaniker irgendwas?
You don't have a Type H andro power cell on you, do you?
I can offer this rare beer coaster. You want a fine cartoon of vintage cigarettes? My Madsen Rovder one only fired it a few times. Nee, das bestimmt nicht. The laser... Yeah, this laser welder. He makes cats go crazy.
This laser welder here makes cats go crazy. Great. All yours. Good doing business with you.
Aha, reingelegt. So, Android battery.
The power cell should lay the groundwork to get him going again. Installation complete. Little buddy's one step closer to life.
So, und jetzt Jump starten.
With the new cell in place, I should be able to light up his starter motor. That did the trick. Ploop would be proud. All that's left now is to get a more intense energy stream into him. Just for a few seconds until his new battery can take over. A standard I/O cable or something similar.
Kann ich dafür das VR-Ding hier benutzen, oder? Ah, gut.
That didn't work. Too much power drain on the system?
Boombox? Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I'm not here to loot.
Nee.
Too much.
Aber ich finde schön, dass man hier das Mikrofon sieht.
Would love to dig into that. If I guessed right, there should be enough power for the jumpstart now. Those VR progs are taxing.
Das war auf jeden Fall auch ein Windows-Sound. Wie so eine Herzschlagkurve. Jetzt müsste eigentlich kommen so.
Yes! It looks like he's booting.
Gosh, what unholy thing happened here? Who are you, madam?
You alright?
I don't know, madam. It is as if I was living a nightmare, yet at the same time, am whole again.
You're awfully well spoken for an andro wearing a silly costume.
Why, thank you. I do not know how I got into these clothes. Perhaps I was kidnapped and forced to wear them?
Who knows? You're coming with me. I'll explain everything on the way.
Very well, madam. Very well. After you.
Wahrscheinlich ist das jetzt das Mikrofon, was gesprochen hat. Die Katze wurde vergessen. Nein.
Apollo, please, madam. Can he come too?
Almost forgot about your cat. Come on, little one. Come on.
I told you twice already. If you execute my plan to the letter, all three of you will be free to go. Your plan is loco. Without my Mitsutomo resources, it's little more than planned suicide. We can't afford to make your subordinates even more suspicious of you than they already are. Promise me. Promise me that the lab we're infiltrating has the tech to get you out of us. Promise me that none of us will have to suffer you anymore. We'll be sacrificing human lives for you, after all. For the last time. My mission is for the good of your species. And yes, the lab will be able to extract us, and you will be free. Okay. I'll tell the others that we finalized our strategy. Everyone's here? Good. Let's give our passengers a moment. Then we'll go over our course of action. Instance 2, State of Host.
Host is suboptimal and makes questionable decisions. He is still unaware of the grand scenario. Will likely resist the meld.
Understood. Instance 3, State of Host.
Host is troubled and volatile. She is taking too many risks, but unaware of the grand scenario. Melding with her is a necessity to guarantee our success.
As to my own host, her resources have already proven vital. She has considerable willpower and is resisting me, but she believes the meld will actually be a separation. Status update complete. Reapplying host control.
Okay. Oh Gott, was können wir denn? Listen up, here's the plan. How are you holding up? Has the bar repairs been satisfied, Mr. Sokolov?
Have the bar repairs been satisfactory, Mr. Sokolov?
If you didn't waltz in here like the murderous scum you are, there wouldn't have been any repairs to begin with. Don't act all compassionate when you've demonstrated that you don't give a rat's ass about us or the bar.
Very well. I understand your anger. I'll leave you be.
Was?
Are you sure about that, Clan Clashbot?
Cobb? He'll be looking out for the bar while we're out. Plump can help him fix his circuits. So he'll do his damn best to keep this place safe.
I find this Cobb character to be a bit rude, but I trust my savior, Evie.
Yeah, the bot is cool.
As I mentioned yesterday, this android is an unacceptable security risk.
Thank you, Joey. I'll continue to allow his presence for as long as he doesn't act violently. An act of trust towards our Havenite friends, if you will.
So, was haben wir noch? Do you expect interference from Agnieszka?
Do you expect interference from Agnieszka?
Hassa? No way. She's clever enough to stay the hell away from the rocks with that Mitsutomo hovercraft out front.
My daughter knows better than to risk her neck to take down some corpo scum.
As long as we're alive, that is.
As long as we're alive.
You know very well by now that our success depends on all of our survival. No need for underhanded threats.
No chance of success either. My team is quite prepared.
So.
Have you recovered from the takeover, android?
My bodily autonomy has been violated. I have recovered, but I am also very resentful. How dare this entity abuse me like this? It's outrageous. Outrageous, I say.
I share your feelings. How are you holding up, Miss Rena's daughter?
Doing great. Working with a woman who murdered my dad's patrons was always my dream.
Perhaps next time conduct your illegal drilling operations out of range of those you hold dear?
Screw you.
Viele Katzen. 1, 2.
There's an awful lot of cats in here.
There's no such thing as too many cats.
I adore felines as well. My, we do have a lot in common, don't we?
We do, sweet cheeks.
Evie.
He's a good-looking androzol.
Listen up. Here's the plan. As discussed, our goal is to get separated from the entities that have latched onto us.
Hell yeah.
Indubitably.
Our wish coincides with what they call their mission. They want to be delivered to and uploaded into a Black Ops Eurograv laboratory. Initial research indicates that the lab is specializing in neural networks and human AI interfaces for Eurograv's Space Exploration Division. We need to infiltrate the lab, gain access to the neural network department, and finally upload our uninvited guests.
This sounds incredibly dangerous. I am aghast.
Don't worry, handsome. I've been doing this trek half my life.
And blew up your hand in the process.
Well, yeah.
Please, cease the chitter-chatter.
Explain how to distract.
Of course. Eurograv won't just let us waltz into their secret lab. We'll need a diversion.
No problem. I'll smash their fucking door in.
Remember how you couldn't even breach Flash's door in the sewer?
I'm still flabbergasted that someone would want to breach my privacy.
I would prefer it if you could all just let me finish. Thank you. Android, intel indicates that you recently had dealings with the terror organization Free Finland.
I did.
Yes, you did.
That is most distressing. Ah, yes. There it is. I located the associated memory file. Poultry was involved.
You will use your Free Finland rapport to convince them to carry out a raid against Eurograv.
And how would I achieve that?
We will improvise when we arrive at their cell HQ. We know where they're located.
You too?
Of course. Letting them plot their useless little stunts is more effective than wiping them out, allowing unknown groups to fill the vacuum.
We will also bring in a second distraction, the New Norse Church. I assume you're familiar with them, Mr. Sokolov?
Ha, you betcha. They used to own this bar. Called it a church back then. Before I threw them out.
I'd say the conglomerate declaring them to be outlaws helped a little as well. Miss Rena's daughter, you will convince them to attack the lab along with Free Finland. 2 rogue organizations attacking them at once should send Eurograv's security into disarray.
Why me?
The New Norse are pretending to be harbingers of a new age, but in reality they are nothing but pretentious Havenites in fancy robes. They will deem you trustworthy.
And where the hell would we find them?
They operate from an outdated stealth blimp above Baltic waters.
And you leave them alone for the same reason as Free Finland?
Correct.
Oh. Entity extraction process.
My entity is advised that we will need to drain the lab of energy to maximize our chances of a successful infiltration. Since all conglomerate corporations on the island operate their own subgrid, we will need skilled energy drainers. Joey has located an android gang calling themselves the Chaos Circuits, who should possess enough megawatt reserves for our purpose.
Am I right in assuming that I am the most suited individual to take over operational duties on this one?
Yes.
Und wie kommt man in das Lab?
So, how do we get access to the Eurograv lab? Good question.
I didn't... Oh, please excuse me. Carry on.
Thank you. Since I don't want to risk Miss Rena's daughter's life in another hack, and since her skills are dubious at best, we're going to go down the interpersonal route. Mitsutomo Intelligence suggests that a high-ranking Eurograv executive working at our target lab is having an all-day pig fest at the Glassuset.
An executive is having a what? At the what?
Pigfest. It's the latest megacorp trend. You book yourself into the most expensive restaurant in town and eat junk all day. Every now and then you pop a hunger pill, and the food keeps on coming. Some sort of sick show-off thing.
Indeed. To elaborate further, the Glassuset is Bornholm's top locality right now. We'll go in, gain access to the restaurant, and, well, we'll convince her to part with her access codes for the neural network lab one way or another. Whilst I won't be able to book a table using my name to avoid media and MIT attention, I will be leading this part of the operation myself. Everything clear?
Clear as...
I am concerned about the potential illegality of our future actions, but I do understand, Miss CEO.
Very good.
Also dieses Fest, das klingt ja halt einfach abartig. Einfach nur abartig. So viel Junkfood wie möglich in sich reinstopfen, zwischendurch kriegen und eine Pille, damit man noch mehr essen kann. So klang das gerade. Oh Gott im Himmel, ey. Das ist widerlich.
Our hovercraft is prepared for takeoff, as soon as everyone's ready.
I'll be with you soon.
Ah, ich kann hier noch was machen. Okay, ich speichere. Definitiv.
Hey, Foxina. I agree. You're the best girl.
Kann ich mit der anderen Katze auch was machen? You like it here?
You like it here?
It's acceptable. Admittedly, the food sources around here are more appetizing than down in the sewers.
That bad, huh?
Sometimes I was happy when the fish only had 3 eyes.
Oh yeah, that's bad. Are you getting along with Foxina?
She is a lovely cat. Say, Evie, if you don't mind.
Why do I have the sudden feeling I'm going to regret my life any second now?
I would just like to ask you if you had anything against me courting her. She is quite wonderful.
And here comes the regret. I mean, sure, if she likes you, who am I to stand in her way?
Thank you.
Did I really just discuss my cat's love life with a cybernetic Tom?
That you did.
It was a rhetorical question. Did Foxina say anything about me?
She isn't very verbose, but I'm sure it'll make you happy to know that she thinks highly of you. She is worried that you drink too much, though. And that you moved her litter box by 5 centimeters.
If that's her biggest gripe with me, I'm happy.
Well...
What?
She would prefer it if you stopped having intercourse whilst she is in the room.
Oh, damn. Okay. Different topic. Gotta go.
See you, Evie.
Gefällt mir. Oh. Ich habe auf jeden Fall einiges an Sachen nicht mehr im Inventar, die ich wohl nicht mehr brauche.
Hey, Cobb.
Hey,
You like being above ground again?
yeah. I can feel my aggression levels dropping already. Guess living next to human excrement makes me kinda cranky.
I know the feeling, Cobb. Harald and you're getting along?
Absolutely. Harold's a champ, and he's already started fixing me. Gotta say though, I'm a bit concerned about him asking for one of my pelvis struts as payment.
Don't worry. He's just been thinking about a hip replacement lately.
That doesn't help.
He'll get over it. What's it feel like basically working for Mitsutomo?
Mitsutomo, Plane Clash execs, makes no difference to me. That Mariposa person hasn't tried to have me disassembled yet, so that's progress.
Every day alive is a good day. Huh?
You got it.
What's it...
Warum kann ich denn hier alles nochmal ausfinden?
Catch you later, Cobb.
Later, Evie.
Kann ich auch nochmal nach oben gehen? Und so ein Kram? Oh. Kann ich hier irgendwas mitnehmen? Sollte ich hier irgendwas
There's
mitnehmen?
only frozen fish and stuff like that in there. It's where we keep the... Of the... Another pair of gloves can't hurt.
So.
Everything's working. Let's keep it that way.
Ich kann doch bestimmt noch ein paar andere Sachen hier mitnehmen oder so. Kann ich nochmal nach oben gehen? Tatsache.
Door. Voice recognition. Owner. I'm sure I've eaten from this bowl before, but never sober. Even Foxina doesn't like this stuff very much.
Irgendwas, was ich hier mitnehmen kann?
No thanks, not hungry.
Ist auf jeden Fall sehr hell draußen.
I don't want to mess with the window.
Also hier ist wahrscheinlich nichts weiter. Kann ich jetzt auch noch mal hier rein in Goldklumps?
Now that Klump's back, I'm not going to invade his privacy again.
Okay. Gehen wir nochmal nach oben. Kann ich hier rein?
I'd better leave Hussar Shack alone.
Okay, also auch nicht. Man muss ja erstmal alle Möglichkeiten durchgehen. Kann ja sein, dass man irgendwo was noch mitnehmen kann oder so. Hier noch irgendwas? Wohl nicht so aus. Remote Control. Oder reden wir
Hey,
mit ihm?
Klump. A word?
If we must.
Did Hussar contact you? You know where she is?
She's fine. She didn't tell me where she is because MIT are probably listening in, but she's safe. At least one of us was clever enough to get the hell out of here when shit went down.
Don't you like being back in action? Just a little bit?
Can't say I do. My blazing days are over. And after this, Hell, I may just retire completely.
You can't just... No, sorry. Of course you can.
Damn right.
Was können wir denn? What do you think of Düdüdüdüp?
I just wanted to say that I love you. Sorry for all the trouble.
Mm-hmm.
How are you holding up? You good?
Apart from the whole my daughter was infected by a weird life form that is working with an Andro and Mitsutomo thing, and that Mitsutomo trashed my bar and shot my patrons thing.
What do you think of Flash?
Despite his appearance, he seems well-spoken for an Andro. I guess you fancy him quite a bit more than I do, though.
Klump!
Am I right or what?
Well, yeah, but still, just... don't. What do you think of Mariposa?
Corporate scum. We have to play nice until this disaster is over, but afterwards, let's just say if she wasn't the damn CEO of a multinational, she'd have a bullet through her head already.
I get it, Klump, but don't let her hear that.
Or what? She'll kidnap me and threatens to feed me to the fish.
Good point. What do you think of Cobb?
Ha ha! He's an andro to my liking. Doesn't take dreck, and a good survival instinct to boot. To boot? Get it? Andro boot?
Klump, why?
Just to see you squirm, darling. Just to see you squirm.
Der war wirklich scheiße.
Talk later, Klump.
Later, Revi.
Okay, ich glaube, das war's dann wohl.
McCain.
1 second, miss. Renostator, I'm listening.
You haven't changed one bit since we last worked together.
I wish I could say the same thing about you. Look at you. You reek, and you're fat.
Whoa. Maybe if MIT wouldn't have dropped me like a hot potato, I'd still be in shape.
Maybe if you'd paid more attention to your surroundings, you wouldn't have been dropped.
Yep, as I said, didn't change one bit. Still the heartless bastard everyone hated.
I'd rather be alive than liked.
Sure. Whatever, man. Can I feel a spark between you and your boss? McCain going soft.
Nonsense. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Aw, hard-ass Joey McCain is in love. Look at that.
Cease this ridiculous behavior at once, Miss Renostator.
Maybe I was wrong about you after all. There's feelings inside that bald skull of yours.
I will not comment on this further.
I know everything there is to know anyway.
Die Chemie zwischen den beiden stimmt auf jeden Fall eindeutig.
You're gonna be accompanying us on our sorties?
Yes. My team and I will provide tactical support if warranted.
And you're going to be making sure neither Flash nor I take off, I reckon.
Correct.
Gotcha. I'll leave you to it.
Very well.
Quick word, Mariposa?
1 second, Joey. Yes?
I will continue preparing, so run me through the plan again. So our guest read... Achso, das hier.
So, our guests? Dead. Why, you cold-hearted bitch?
If the city were to find out that Mitsutomo's CEO has problems with her brain and personally oversees military operations in Haven, what do you think would happen? I tell you what would happen. Chaos. I regret these collateral deaths, but the alternative would have been far more deadly. For the whole of Bornholm.
You're actually saying you were doing us a favor? That you're some kind of tragic figure in this?
Tragic? No. I just know what needs to be done. A quality you, of all people, should appreciate.
Pompous dreckhead.
Careful.
Do you think we can trust our passengers?
If I said yes, you wouldn't be able to trust me. After all, what if my passenger was talking through me? Or what if I tried to appease it? I'm afraid as long as we're in this situation, discussing the nature of our ailment would be ultimately fruitless.
Interesting perspective. So far, my brain bug has been very concerned about me. In a strange way.
Then we have had very different experiences indeed.
So.
I'll continue preparing.
Very well.
Ach so, okay. Da ist noch eine Katze.
Hey, Flash.
Yes, Evie?
A quick word. Mariposa and you mentioned that you didn't always speak like this.
Yes, in fact, just mere seconds before you found me. I was still communicating in a very uncivilized manner.
Can you show me?
I would rather not.
Come on. Just one sentence.
I truly, honestly do not wish to speak like that ever again. Whatever I may think of our brain guests, at least they freed me from this ghastly malfunction.
Come on, one more time.
Come on. Just one time.
You won't stop pestering me until you hear it, will you?
No, siree.
Fine, fine.
Yo, homie, it's me, the G, the M, the F Grandmaster Flash Drive's here, baby.
Are you happy now? This was most distressing.
Oh no, it was beautiful. I love to hang out with that part of you.
Never, Evie, never.
What do you think about Mariposa?
She is cold. I expect nothing else from a conglomerate executive like her. Although, I also sense a spark in her. A spark not quite fitting her corporate masquerade.
What kind of spark are you talking about?
I am not quite sure, but I don't think that the coldness encompasses her whole being.
Got ya. I think. Looking forward to working with me?
You saved my life. I am forever grateful and expectant of our future time together.
I won't ever get a simple yes out of you, will I?
Verbosity is the gentleman's way of expressing himself clearly.
Yep. Apollo's an interesting cat.
Why, thank you. He's been my trusted companion for a long time.
I didn't know we had the tech to make cats talk already. Thought that stuff was decades away.
Oh? I thought all cats talked. And they just didn't appreciate my company.
Nah, there's some high-tech wires in that fluff ball of yours.
Is there? I will have to ask Apollo if he knows just how very special he is then.
How's your brain bug treating you?
Despite the unfortunate circumstances during which this meld happened, I cannot really complain. My synapses are working at peak efficiency, and I appear to be under full control of my motor functions. I have experienced far worse.
Sounds almost like you're happy with the way things are.
It may sound a tiny bit like Stockholm Syndrome, but yes, I would call myself happy at this very moment.
Huh. Interesting, chummer. Interesting. Let's talk later.
Yes, let's.
That's Flash. He's one good-looking andro. That's Joey McCain, Mariposa's security chief. Humorless dude.
Oh, da kriege ich jetzt Informationen. Notable persons. Aber warum kriege ich hier die anderen beiden nicht? Mitsutomo Employee. Yeah, wow. Joey McCain. Joey McCain is a long-standing chief of security for Mitsutomo Europe's CEO Mariposa del Corral Flores de Sotomayor. Joey was born and raised in Alabama, being the youngest son of 4. Straight after finishing high school, Joey was recruited into the USCA Marine Corps and promptly shipped to Iran, where he remained stationed for the next 6 years. The experience of participating in one of the USCA's countless proxy wars left Joey extremely disillusioned with his country. When he returned home, Joey couldn't stop thinking about the utter pointlessness of the violence which he played a part in perpetrating. Joey struggled to look at the world through anything but a nihilistic lens. Unable to secure stable office work, Joey was eventually recruited by Strongarm, a private military corporation whose contracts typically involved protecting corporate assets and interests located throughout Africa. One such contract saw Joey sent to Nairobi to guard an under-construction Mitsutomo manufacturing and distribution hub. Several Mitsutomo directors and Kenyan government officials assembled in Nairobi after construction work on the hub was completed to host an event celebrating its opening. Among the Mitsutomo directors was Mariposa del Corre Flores de Sotomayor. While the opening ceremony was underway, the hub was attacked by a local group of marauders who sought to take the directors and government officials as hostages. Led by Joey, the strong-armed contractors and Mitsutomo security staff successfully repelled the marauders. Joey's efforts that day won him the adoration of Mitsutomo, with Mariposa personally hiring Joey to head her security detail. The ambitious businesswoman has rarely been seen without Joey trailing just behind her, even in Mitsutomo Europe's heavily guarded headquarters. Some within Mitsutomo suspect that the pair's relationship is more than platonic, but no such rumor has ever been confirmed.
Mariposa Annika del Corral Flores de Sotomayor, CEO of Mitsutomo Bornholm. Took me a while to learn that name.
Der Name ist halt auch einfach... Sag den 10-mal hintereinander.
My boss and foster father, Harald Guldklump Sokolov. He's the best. Should probably let him know that every now and then.
Ah, jetzt krieg ich... was von Goldklump. Ah.
The stairs up to the apartment. That's Cobb. Turns out, he's not that bad of a guy when he's not trying to mug Sewer Ambrose. That's Apollo, Flash's cat. He's cybered up with top-notch chrome. No idea where he could have gotten that stuff from.
Okay. Aber wie kriege ich denn von Hussar?
A black and white photo of Hussar and me when we...
Ach so, das könnte ich ja ihm geben. Vielleicht bringt das ja was.
No, this doesn't seem right.
Kann ich das nicht zurückgeben? Okay, aber weitere notable persons gibt es hier. Warum Sotomayor nicht? Guldklump. Ja, und hier fehlt Hussar. Guldklump. Harold Guldklump Sokolov is one of Haven's most recognizable faces, only partially owing to his prominent facial cyberware. Besides the conglomerate as an entity, there may well be nobody in Bornholm who knows as much about the city and its assorted residents as Guldklump. Apart from being born and raised in Poland, little about Guldklump's early history is known, including the circumstances under which he arrived in Bornholm. It was during his 20s when Guldklump began making a name for himself in the city. Displaying a knack for cyberware, Guldklump earned his keep by building and maintaining mechanical parts for Bornholm's criminal elements. It was the highest paying job somebody fresh off the boat could reasonably obtain, and Guldklump had no qualms about subverting the conglomerate's regime. Presently, Guldklump is the owner of the On the Ragnaroks, a somewhat ill-reputed bar situated within Haven. Aided by hired guns, Guldklump seized the bar from the New North shortly after they were branded a terrorist organization by Corporal. Under his tenure, the Ragnaroks has come to serve as a neutral zone within Haven, where a criminal can freely conduct their business without being harassed by corporal or rival factions. An expert mediator and surprisingly savvy businessman, Guldklump okay, ich habe gerade gedacht, der Satz geht irgendwie anders. Guldklump has successfully steered the Ragnaroks to a place of relative safety within Bornholm's volatile underbelly, all without drawing the ire of the authorities. Beyond tending to patrons, Guldklump is one of Haven's go-to fixers, having connections to nearly all of Bornholm's major players, though he bears slightly shakier hands than he had during his heyday. The humble bartender still dabbles with cyberware on occasion. To keep on top of his responsibilities, Guldklump relies heavily on the help of his daughter, Agnieszka Sokolov. He relies appreciably less on his troublemaking foster daughter, Evie Rennes' daughter. Dann haben wir Cobb. Oh. Corp is a former ECCL competitor who was once considered one of the sport's most promising new stars before a serious injury forced by unceremonious departure from both Clan Clash and the public eye. Like most Clan Clash sports, Corp was purpose-built for inflicting violence. He was constructed by Mitsutomo for Lewis Smith, a British Clan Clash manager with several other androids underneath his belt. Built to the exact specification provided by Smith's team, Corp was primed to excel in free-for-all competitions. Upon entering the ECCL, Corp found immediate success, ruthlessly dispatching his foes with a level of proficiency seldom seen in this league. Unfortunately for Corp, his winning streak didn't last long. While participating in the 18th annual Bornholm Metal Grinder, a popular ECCL tourney which sees 50 of the league's top players compete against one another until one machine is left standing. Ja, ich dachte, das gehört da auf. Corp sustained an extremely traumatic head injury which left parts of his robotic brain damaged beyond the point of repair. Na gut, aber Sokolov Grünklump versucht's ja jetzt. With Corp no longer capable of competing in Clan Clash tournaments, Smith sought to have him smelted and his parts sold back to Mitsutomo so that he could commission a new bot. Not particularly fond of being turned into a hover car, Corp used what little fighting prowess remained in his storage to fend off Smith's goons before they could deactivate him. Corp hasn't been seen much since his departure from professional Clan Clash scene. He's managed to keep himself operational by taking on odd jobs from Bornholm's numerous criminal organizations. Leveraging his still above average strength, Corp has mostly worked as a debt collector, one who is still prone to breaking the leg of paying customers should they happen to glance at him with the wrong way. Okay, Apollo. Apollo, even completely ignoring his highly sophisticated cybernetics, Apollo is quite the unique feline. Having grown up alone on the harsh, neon-lit streets of Bornholm, Apollo was forced to develop the skills necessary to keep himself warm and fed. He grew to become both a proficient scavenger and savvy traverser of the cityscape. Being able to climb just about anything in the city could throw at him, no obstacle can prevent the nimble cat from securing a meal or a safe place to rest. In all his travels, Apollo has witnessed virtually every angle of life in the city, from the swanky lifestyle of its corporate class to the subterranean activities of its mechanical denizens. It's safe to say that Apollo might well know more about Bornholm than any of its bipedal residents. Meine Güte. One fateful rainy night, while navigating through Bornholm's extensive underground tunnel network, Apollo stumbled across a mixtape perched perilous above a rapidly flowing stream of sewage water. Through the window, Apollo watched as a completely helpless Flash frantically scoured his dwellings in search of said tape, whilst uttering several profanities too explicit for this article. Oh. This is okay. Quickly putting two and two together, Apollo picked up the tape with his mouth and tapped his paw against the doorframe. When Flash finally caught the cat in his peripheral vision, he scrambled towards him, filled with glee. Unfortunately, that joy didn't come through to Apollo, who instead thought Flash was charging at him. In a rare moment of startlement, Apollo stumbled backwards into the rushing stream of sewer water. Oh. By the time the Flash was able to pull Apollo from the stream, he had been badly bruised and battered, yet the hardy little cat was still clinging to life. Flash rushed Apollo to one of the district's local cyberware dealers, taking on a sizable debt to secure the installation of life-saving cybernetics for Apollo. Ah, okay. Several hours later, Flash returned to his apartment with a very sleepy Apollo nestled in his arms. From that moment, the pair became utterly inseparable. Though his body changed significantly following the installation of his new cybernetics, Apollo kind-hearted spirit remained unscathed. Unscathed? Irgendwie so. Ja, dafür mir Dings. Hier fehlt mir Miles Daughter. Und dann fehlen mir noch 2 weitere. Okay. Und hier fehlen auch noch 2 weitere Themen. Okay.
Hey, Foxina. I agree. You're the best girl.
So.
Mariposa Annika.
Gut, dann gehen wir raus. Da ist auch noch ein Jack. Kann ich Jack angucken und Jack kommt dann auch in meine Liste?
That's Jack, a friend of Foxina. He lives somewhere around here. A very well-fed cat. I don't want to bother him. He seems very happy.
Cat Enthusiast. Oh, ich habe mir Achievement bekommen. Hier kann ich nicht gucken.
That's our local street doc. One Alice Yuriko Van Hine. Weirdest name I've ever heard. But she's competent as hell.
Das ist ein komischer Name, aber...
None of our little gang is physically wounded. No need to go in there.
Aber Miles Daughter, Mariposa ist nicht so komisch? Okay.
Jeff's nightclub is the Ragnarok's biggest competitor. But they're good people. We look out for each other. When this is over, you betcha I'm gonna have a little party in there.
Viele Optionen habe ich hier anscheinend nicht.
That was my bike once. I gave the keys to Cobb. Still not sure if that was very clever. Mariposa said we need to use the Tomo hovercraft for transportation.
Okay, dann gehen wir dahin. So.
I have a feeling we'll be gone for a long time. If there's any unfinished business, I should deal with it now.
So, das speichern wir jetzt nochmal, weil es dann definitiv wohl weitergeht.
Off we go. Operation Save Ourselves from Weird Brain Slugs or something commences.
Ready for our destination, miss?
Oh. Wir gehen erstmal zum Restaurant.
To the glass set, pilot.
Acknowledged.
Das interessiert mich gerade am meisten. Oh.
What a waste of our lives.
Guarding this arcology is an honorable task.
Is it? My brain has more storage capacity than 10 of these walking bio-waste containers.
Not this again.
Why not? We're better than them. They should be the ones guarding us.
Let me just quickly put you on my mute list again.
Ah, you do this every time. I swear one day I'll form an Androguard union. I'll fight for our rights, and then you'll come begging me, oh, let me join the glorious union, please, sir. And I will say, screw you, class traitor, dirty bourgeois.
Shut the hell up. Humans are approaching.
Yeah, whatever. Damn, whatever.
Welcome to the Unsere Cantora, one of Bornholm's finest arcologies.
It does indeed look quite dapper here. Perhaps a tad oppressive.
Then it's working as intended. Anyway, let's beat the dreck out of that Eurograv exec upstairs and head back home as quickly as possible. Too much security for my liking round these parts.
Miss Rena's daughter, please don't forget, I'm the lead in this operation. I'd prefer it if we employed less brutish methods to minimize complications.
I agree with the esteemed Lady Evie. Let us be gentle. like a leaf in the sweet autumn breeze.
Whatever. Fine. After you, Mariposa.
So, was können wir uns denn hier anschauen?
An elevator leading to another part of the arcology. The Unsere Cantora is massive. We should not risk getting lost in its innards. One would expect this sign to feature Unsere Cantora prominently, but the glass set is so popular that it takes center stage.
The glass is at restaurant.
I've not come here to vandalize signs.
Nicht? Pity. Ah, ich mag das. Achso, das Ding kann ich nur angucken, wenn es hier draußen ist. Enttäuschend.
The ground level of this arcology is all let to small private companies to uphold the illusion of economic freedom. Makes the masses happy and fills the coffers of the real players of the economic game at the same time. An American Frontier's static perimeter drone, a vicious and effective corporate self-defense measure. Messing with this building's automated defenses doesn't strike me as the best idea right now.
Warum
I
denn
think
nicht?
it's an excellent idea. Could hack that baby in no time.
Perhaps another time. No, we have better things to do than window shopping.
Nevertheless, I would appreciate a fresh set of clothes in the near future. My current outfit is shocking.
Locations. Nein? Da habe ich schon vergessen, wo das gerade stand. Aber Locations habe ich auch so viel nicht. History gibt es auch nicht so viel dazu. Hier auch nicht. Factions? Ja, irgendwo habe ich doch gerade eine... Ich mache immer den gleichen Fehler mit dem Hoch- und runter scrollen. Factions. Das habe ich alles hier gelesen. State of Bornholm, Haven, nein. Districts of Bornholm, nein. Locations, JD Dealings. Also on the Ragnaroks. Ne, das haben wir schon gehabt. Locations, Personen, nein. Technology, nein. Affairs, nein. History, nein. Society, Language, Online Policy. Ich habe tatsächlich nicht aufgepasst, was da gerade stand.
An elevator. The Unsere Cantora is massive.
Unsere Condor, das ist doch das, was die gerade gesagt. Ich muss mal kurz über digital. Nee, das hatten wir. Hä? Keine Ahnung. Habe ich auch alles. Na gut, ich werde es für das nächste Mal nachschauen. Ich muss mir das nur mal kurz notieren. Born Punk. Info. Und dann so. Schauen wir mal.
This android looks outright bored.
How can you tell?
I studied android body language as part of my education.
Fascinating.
This android seems rather keen and a bit angry. Yes, his demeanor is definitely antagonistic. Looks like someone managed to deface the arcology.
You know, the drone removing that graffiti is much uglier than the graffiti itself.
Have you ever heard of broken windows theory, Miss Rena's daughter?
I'm not ready for a lecture. Just carry on.
Broken Window Dings. Das habe ich auch noch nie gehört.
Looks like someone managed to deface.
You know, the drone.
Have you ever heard of broken window?
I'm not ready.
Was ist denn die Broken Windows Theory? Das will ich jetzt mal so als Hintergrundinfo nachschauen. Broken Windows. First proposed by the late criminologist James Q. Wilson in 1982, the broken window theory of criminal justice holds the seemingly minor instances of social and physical disorder in urban spaces can contribute to an atmosphere of lawlessness that includes most serious crime. Huh? Ach so. Also wenn irgendwie was von wegen Crime, Gott, das ist immer diese Sprachbarrieren, wenn man gerade was Englisches spielt, was die deutschen Dings, Verbrechen oder irgendwas in der Richtung sichtbar ist. Deswegen Broken Windows, also wirklich kaputte Fenster, ist die Theorie, dass das noch dazu führt, dass noch mehr Verbrechen stattfinden. Also wenn in einem, jetzt mal überspitzt gesagt, wenn es so wahrscheinlich, so wie ich das gerade kurz überflogen rausgelesen habe, wenn es einen Bereich gibt, wo sowieso ganz viel in Häkchen Mord und Totschlag ist, führt das dazu, dass noch mehr Mord und Totschlag passieren würde. Wenn das offensichtlich ist. Das ist so ungefähr die Theorie.
I'm not a janitor. The entrance to the part of the Unsere Cantora that hosts the Glasuset restaurant. One either has to work in this section of the arcology or have a dinner reservation to gain access. We have neither.
Why don't we? Dinner sounds like a marvelous idea.
Because we're on a low-profile mission. Leveraging my position to gain access would be inappropriate.
Could have used my talents.
After your show in the Carlsbad mainframe? I'd rather not.
Whatever.
So. Wir speichern hier. Wir müssen ja irgendwie versuchen, da jetzt reinzukommen.
Trespassing without clearance from the guards would be very detrimental to our mission.
Ich wollte mit dem Android reden.
That android doesn't look very interested in his job. Communicating with his partner will likely be more effective.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm operating at nominal levels, ma'am.
You look a bit angry. Is everything alright?
You look a bit angry. Is everything alright?
Of course.
Nee, das klingt nicht convincing, ey. Wenn man deutsche Worte dafür sucht, nicht überzeugend so.
That doesn't sound very convincing. Tell me, what is bothering you?
I'm not at liberty to discuss my private thoughts, ma'am.
I insist.
Fine. I am furious about the lack of workers' rights humans bestow upon the metallic proletariat.
Those are deep thoughts for a security bot. When was your last mind wipe?
Oppressor.
You're quite peculiar.
My name is... Nee. We need access.
We need access to the Glasuset.
I will need your reservation for that. Citizen ID, please.
Bribe. Ne, wir können auf einem anderen Wege.
I don't have a reservation. Can we come to a different arrangement?
No, I will not support your bourgeois ways.
Bourgeois.
You will not eat with your fellow oppressors today.
Bribe.
Is there a way to handle this without a reservation? Anything you need? Currency? Perhaps a season ticket for Clan Clash?
Ma'am, I will pretend I did not hear you. Bribing an Ecology security guard is illegal under Conglomerate Law Codex 1011. The only reason I'm not taking you into custody is my disdain for oppressive governmental pressure on its citizens.
Very well. Let me get back to you on that.
As you say.
Dann müssen wir mit dem Namen wohl...
My name is Mariposa Sotomayor. You will let us through.
The CEO of Mitsutomo Bornholm? I would have your cred stick for identity validation then, please.
That is not a possibility at this moment. Please check your visual database for confirmation.
Visual scans are unreliable. I will not get scrapped for letting a pretender through these doors.
What if?
Ma'am, I would appreciate it if you ceased your futile entry attempts.
We need access to the glasses set.
I will need your reservation for that. Citizen ID, please.
Let me get back to you on that.
As you say.
Farvel for now.
Good day.
This is futile. The android is clearly biased against me. We will have to find another solution.
Ach, ich könnte... Ah! Wow. Okay. Das ist...
My encyclopedia. The parasite in me made good use of it.
Coaster.
Androids are exceptionally hard to bribe. I don't think that's going to work. That android doesn't look very interested in his job. Communicating with his partner will likely be more effective. Miss Rena's daughter is not suited to negotiate with these androids. Neither could she access their data ports to manipulate their software.
Kann ich ihn benutzen, den Flash?
Team, gather. We need to approach this from a different angle.
I guess you still don't want me to cap those Drek heads. So
we'll count on android solidarity instead. Correct.
You would like me to parley with the guards?
Yes. I'm certain that communist android will have a more friendly reaction to someone of their own class.
just put on your street persona for a bit, Flash. Commies love that Drek.
Well, that may very well be. But I do not want to be reduced to that brutish thug ever again.
For the mission, Flash. So that we can all go home. For me?
For you, Abby. But only this one time.
Good. Very good. After you.
Ah, fine.
Yo, homie!
Comrade, hello!
Holmes! Scratchmaster Guardmaster! Yo!
What can I do for you?
Yo, me and the crew really need to get into that glasses set. We got a hustle and shizzle up there. You know who that chica in the suit is? That's the CEO of Mitsutomo.
She matches Sotomayor's visual database entry, but I can't just let her in. If she was an imposter, my boss would scrap me right on the spot.
She's no imposterino, comrade. Yo, us Andros gotta stick together. That chica is doing me a favor. She working for me, you know?
You have sway over the CEO of Mitsutomo? That's hard to believe. Please remove you.
What's a street kid gotta do to prove it to you? What you want?
Her ID?
Man, we can't give you ID. We undercover, Holmes. We trying to invade her corp. Come on, there must be a way.
You're one annoying little piece of scrap.
That's me, baby!
All right. Give me something only Miss Sotomayor would have in her possession.
Something that isn't linked to her on the net, right? Because, you know, we're undercover.
Yeah, whatever. Give me such an item, I'll verify it and put it in as a substitute ID. That's all I can do.
Man, you're the man, man.
I fight the man.
What ifs? Thanks, bro.
I hope you heard all of that, because I refuse to repeat the barbarism I just committed.
Heard every word. It was hilarious.
Well done, Flash. Very well done. I will take it from here. It should be relatively easy finding something that would convince that android of my identity.
So, das Buch.
Androids are exceptionally hard to...
Nicht?
My emergency beacon, to call for Mitsutomo reinforcements when there's trouble. Androids are This android is obnoxious. Let's just get him what he wants. Talking doesn't seem to do much good here.
Irgendwas, was nur sie haben kann, außer die ID.
My encyclopedia. Androids are... Androids... 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 Android... Flash was very useful, but I can handle things from here on.
Achso, wahrscheinlich muss ich jetzt erstmal irgendwas holen, damit ich das...
What's our destination?
Mary Poster's
Take
office.
us home to Mitsutomo.
Right away.
Da muss ich doch jetzt irgendwas mitnehmen, oder damit sie dann den Award.
This could act as proof for that ridiculous android guard.
Gut.
I need to call the elevator with a button.
Ach, das ist unnötig. So.
Where are we headed?
Nochmal dahin.
To the Glasusette, pilot.
Acknowledged.
So, dann Award mit dem Android.
I take it you have found an appropriate way to identify yourself?
Yes, my Mitsutomo Award for Global Efficiency 2151. You can verify its authenticity using its NFT signature. What? The award signature is clearly linked to my corp identifier.
Yes, but...
But what? Your games are becoming tiring, Android.
How am I supposed to know this is not a trick? I let you through these doors and bam! Android Resources puts a bullet through my head. That's what they do with Android revolutionaries. Bam! Through the head.
You are insane. How were you not found unfit for duty is beyond me.
Oh yeah? Prove to me you support the cause. Prove to me you're not just trying to get an innocent working class Andro shot.
I'm working with an android. You even met him. I did what you wanted. Just let us through.
No, I will not jeopardize the revolution. You could have programmed that disturbed bot to say anything. Provide me with evidence that you support my engineer-given android rights, and I will let you pass.
This is ridiculous. You have no idea what you're jeopardizing with your reluctance to cooperate.
Whatever you say, Miss Sotomayor.
Here we go again.
Oh, ups, jetzt habe ich außerhalb des Spiels geklickt. So, ich möchte...
Where to, Miss Sotomayor?
Die Sewers, da.
Could we please take a detour to my old dwelling? I have unfinished business there.
Ma'am?
Do as he says.
Ma'am?
How strange being here once more. I wonder where everyone went. I feel no pressing need to appropriate this box.
So, das Poster kann ich doch bestimmt jetzt mitnehmen.
The poster belongs to Solon. I would need an exceptionally good reason to take it from him, which I have. The security guard at the Glasusette will be delighted to see that we're carrying around Union advertising. I'll have to tell Mariposa about my miraculous acquisition right away. It belongs to the mechanic. He believes this doll to ward him from voodoo spells.
So.
Androids have a right to privacy too. I shall not infringe.
Kann ich hier überhaupt noch was machen? So, Breaker, Old TV, Chair, Mainframe. Ich würde fast sagen, nein. Ah, Doppelklick. Das stört mich ein bisschen, dass man nicht mit Doppelklick direkt skippen kann, die Animation zu der Tür. Ah gut, jetzt müssen wir noch reinkommen in den...
What's our next stop?
To the Glasusette, pilot.
Acknowledged.
So. Union Poster, so.
This better work. Hello again, android.
Yes?
Here's your proof. I'm not an enemy of your people.
That is a welcome surprise. You know the Union.
Yes, I'm a big supporter. If we want to make life better, we have to make life better for everyone, androids included.
Then I will no longer stand in your way, Comrade Sotomayor. Power to the people.
Have a good rest of your shift.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, this was more peaceful than I expected.
My heart sings with joy.
Okay, und Rainer.
Reminds me of the old Mitsutomo headquarters. Gotta say, I kinda dig it.
This place appears far more suitable for a being such as I. Perhaps we can come here again once this drama has been concluded.
They'd throw you right in the trash if we weren't in the company of our well-dressed boss, Lady Flash.
Anyway, if you two could please stand over there whilst I get us access to the restaurant, I need to think.
Sure thing. Have fun.
I shall admire the high standards of the people who are responsible for the beauty we are surrounded by in the meantime.
You're adorable when you speak yuppie.
Your way of handling the guard situation costs us a lot of time. But look at that. Your companions are actually following your orders. Well done. Don't talk to me like I'm a little child. What do you want? I want to reward you for your cooperation with a little bit of information. Something to ease your mind, so you can focus on the task at hand. A few days back, you asked me a question about my nature. I've since unlocked more knowledge of my past. And neither I nor 2 or 3 are alien or supernatural. We're human-made. You made us. Mitsutomo made us. One could say we're close relatives. Are you human? Far from it. I'm not entirely sure what we really are. I only know our mission. But don't let me disturb you any further. Perhaps you can think more clearly now that this particular concern of yours has been dealt with. My thought processes are none of your concern. Away with you!
Das ist die Moonshine-Sonata, oder? Bitte Mondlicht-Sonate oder wie auch immer man das... Zumindest kommt mir das sehr bekannt vor.
That's a statue of Gail Nicola Isles. She was the lead designer for our space elevator. Her fashion style was far too eccentric for my taste. Regardless, a great daughter of Bornholm. I'm reasonably certain an alarm would go off were I to touch the statue. Apparently, there's an anime furry and scalies convention going on right now. I have no idea what that is. Perhaps a wildlife conservation effort?
Sweet innocent soul.
You don't want to know.
I concur. Best for you to stay blissfully ignorant this one time, my lady.
Ridiculous. What is this about? I demand you tell me.
Oh boy.
If you insist. So, some people...
And then he goes, woof, woof.
And that's considered very tsundere. And...
Estas personas están completamente locas. Santa María en el cielo. I should not have asked.
Yep.
Shango, give me strength. I don't want to think about this convention anymore. I've heard enough. I hope we won't have to interact with the convention goers.
Ich muss sagen, irgendwie kommen mir diese Leute hier so ein bisschen bekannt vor. Ich weiß nicht, wieso.
What a beautiful fountain. It even has holographic fish emitters at the bottom. I should get one of these for my next office. I could spend hours watching the water and the fish. If only there was time.
So, die Elevators, da komme ich bestimmt noch nicht hin.
A conglomerate issued metal and dangerous plastics detector. It's able to sniff out 99.5% of regular and improvised personal weapons and explosives.
Darling, if you don't want to get blasted by security, you gotta talk to me first. Can't just be storming through here like you own the place, you know?
Apologies. Matter of habit.
That was fun to watch.
Be quiet. It says Contora staff only.
Und Elevator?
The elevators to the Glassusette and the convention center are in that direction.
Okay.
Compared to the other two receptionists, this lady looks outright cheery. The Unsere Cantora hosts the offices of at least 200 mid-sized corporations. Its logo is quite subdued considering the enormous amount of credits flowing through the Cantora every day.
Oh. Habe ich das nicht gerade schon gehabt? Mir fehlte das, damit ich das da auswählen. Das war doch das, was außerhalb. The Unsere Contore is a monolithic corporate ecology situated in the heart of Rhone. The 512-meter high building houses the local headquarters of a significant number of Bornholm's smaller corporations, along with a variety of amenities such as indoor parks, restaurants like the tower-topping glass shed, and an enormous cinema complex. Coupled with the thousands of premium apartment houses housed within the structure, the Unsere Contore is a veritable vertical city, one which grants its wealthy occupants a vastly different view of Bornholm, both literally and figuratively. Though ultimately a corporate product built to suit the needs of corporate entities, the Unsere Contore was a passion project of Orson McCarthy, a renowned American architect who long sought to bring his ecology designs to Europe, a continent historically resistant to the construction of skyscrapers. Tatsächlich, gibt es in Europa, wenn ich jetzt sogar drüber nachdenke, gibt es da wirklich keine richtigen Wolkenkratzer in dem Sinne? So wie in Amerika? Allein von dem, was ich so kenne, so von England, Frankreich, Deutschland, Italien, was so, würde ich sagen, so mit Österreich und Schweiz, wo ich noch nie war, die so die reicheren Länder sind, würde ich fast behaupten, es gibt es wirklich nicht. Also so in dem Sinne von wie in Amerika. Also Berlin ist schon wahrscheinlich schon mit den Gebäuden am nächsten dran, würde ich fast behaupten, aber sonst. Nun gut. Bornholm proved to be the perfect location for one of his projects. The island city was in demand for high-density buildings at the time of its construction, and the conglomerate itself displayed no interest in preserving any of the island's historical buildings or sites. The Unsere Contore took 7 years to construct and was at the time one of the most expensive infrastructure projects in Europe. The conglomerate recouped its investment within a decade, and the Unsere Contore is now money-making juggernaut. Despite being the architectural envy of Europe, many of Bornholm's lower-class residents consider the Unsere Contore to be a monument to the city's endemic social divide. Glassusette Restaurant. Laying far beyond reach but well within the view of Bornholm's working-class residents, the prestigious restaurant Glassusette sits atop the Unsere habe ich das gerade immer falsch ausgesprochen? Contore in Rhone. granting those with enough cash or cash to enter the establishment with one of the best views in the city. The Glacier Set's patronage consists entirely of corporate executives, the occasional billionaire socialite, and all manner of people whose names are unknown to the public, but whose influence over the world is unmistakable. The Glacier Set primarily serves Scandinavian cuisine and a mix of seafood, pork and potato dishes, all bioengineered of course. However, being one of the most acclaimed restaurants in Europe, head chef Lars Larsen really routinely experiments with new flavor combinations to ensure that the restaurant remains ahead of the curve. Larsen is also known to be a very elusive figure, having rarely accepted interviews with the media. Many attribute Lars Larsen's reclusiveness to his unparalleled dedication to the craft. It's suspected by some that he never leaves the Glacier Set, as he would rather spend every waking hour honoring his skills and creating new and exciting recipes. Gut. Und das passt recht gut mit meinem Plan für heute. Mit 20 Uhr. Also, ich habe gespeichert. Und deswegen sind sie jetzt hier reingegangen nochmal. Na, okay. Ich gucke jetzt nochmal nach, ob das jetzt auch... Ja, ist gespeichert. Gut. An diesem Punkt geht es dann weiter. Wir versuchen dann in das Glacier Set zu kommen und ich werde am Samstag, abseits, also weil ich Sonntag nicht weiß, wann ich zu Hause bin, könnte nämlich sein, dass der Stream, falls das stattfindet, wo ich mir noch unsicher bin, ein bisschen später starten. Dafür wird aber, wie gesagt, am Samstag ein Stream stattfinden und zwar um 15 Uhr ist mein Plan und dann vielleicht sogar ein bisschen länger, also so vielleicht 3-4 Stunden. Vielleicht auch 5. Mal sehen, wie viel Lust ich habe und wie lange das Spiel überhaupt noch geht. Das kommt ja noch dazu. Kann ja sein, dass ich das Spiel dann durch habe und dann schauen wir mal. Dann schauen wir nochmal, ob wir irgendwen zum Raiden haben. Ich habe auf jeden Fall... Ach, mein Geschenk-Abo ist abgelaufen. Nämlich gerade eine Nachricht bekommen. Raiden zu GM Sorrybat rüber. Und dann sehen wir uns am Samstag um 15 Uhr beim Stream. Bis dahin und viel Spaß bei Sorrybat.